Wearing a dhoti kurta, Lalaji was sitting at his shop. A customer came to take sugar. Lalaji weighed the sugar on the weighing scale. Since the sugar was heavy, the paper bag couldn't bear the sugar's weight, hence it got torn and the sugar was scattered on the floor. The floor was wet. Lalaji got up and tried to pick up the sugar from the floor, but half of the sugar got wet. Seeing the loss of sugar, Lalaji got sad, but he weighed the fresh sugar back and gave it to the customer. The customer quietly left with his sugar. Then Lalaji picked up the wet sugar on the floor and put it in a bowl. Lalaji's mind was fixed on worry about the loss of sugar. Just then, a sage Mahatma came and asked for alms. Lalaji got frustrated and gave the wet sugar to the sage. The Mahatma took the alms calmly and went away. After giving the wet sugar to the sage, Lalaji's condition was bad. Instead of being light, his mind became heavier. He started thinking, "Hey, what have I done? I have committed a big crime by giving a bad donation to a holy sage. I will get the result of this bad too. I shouldn't have done this." Lalaji got up at that very moment and dropped the shutter of his shop. Mahatma's home was not far. Lalaji quickly reached Mahatma's home. He bowed at the feet of the sage and said, "Mahatma, today I have committed a big mistake. The sugar I gave you had actually fallen on the wet floor. Please return me that sugar as I have got you fresh sugar. Please accept it." The sage listened to Lalaji. He smiled softly and said, "Son, don't be sad like this. I don't even have the sugar with me right now. I have already mixed the dirty sugar in water and have left it for the mud and dirt to settle down. That sugar has now become clear syrup. See, it has changed its form, but its sweetness has not changed." Lalaji started thinking, "Hey, even I could have used that sugar very easily by doing this small task, but my anger did not give me a chance to think anything." The sage sensed the situation and explained to him, "Look, son, every man makes small and big mistakes. This is not a new thing. The sugar fell on the ground from your hand. That's why your anger remained to yourself. Just think, if your servant has done this, then you would get angrier and may shout at him also. It's great that you have realized and accepted your mistake." Lalaji's mind became light hearing these words of wisdom. He left from there and returned back to his shop. Lalaji is now more concentrated and busy in his shop. In our lives, such small incidents keep happening to us humans. The one who takes it from the heart becomes unhappy, and the one who gets out of the situation is always happy. Realizing one's mistake and repenting does not spoil your future. Always feed good thoughts in your mind. Just remember, never give spoiled food to anyone. There are people who may ask for your help, but do not make them feel compelled. The donation given in anger has no value at all. A person is never small by admitting his mistakes. It is always wise to admit your mistakes and correct them well in time. Om.